So I sat down with a new client the other day. He called me up because he had a problem, like most clients do. He thought there was a problem with his branding because some of his marketing wasn't working. Now, I don't know if he actually had a branding problem, but I thought let's talk about it and let's see where the problem really lies. What I really like to get to the core of is what is the business problem we're trying to solve, because maybe branding is not the answer. After a brief conversation on the phone, he decided to hire me to do an assessment of his brand. This is essentially me looking at each component of the brand individually and evaluating it on its own merit and seeing if it is in line with the brand. We looked at his logo, his name, his website, the language, everything. Each one of these components may have been weak or may have been strong, but we were gonna find that out. Turns out, he had a very strong name. He also had a very strong logo, in fact, an excellent logo. But his website was a disaster. The worst part about it was it looked exactly like all his competitors. Now, even if your website is effective and looks great, if it looks the same as your competitors, you got a huge problem. Because the fact is, even if it's good, you're gonna blend right in. And when the rubber meets the road, when a client needs to call somebody to get your services, they better think of you. But the truth is, they might think of your competition. I evaluated the language on his website, and you know what? It was so blah and sounded like everybody else that it would have no effect on anybody whatsoever to think this company's different. Look at your own industry. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, plenty of businesses who are at least as good as you, if not better. If that's the case, and I'm sure it is, then you've got to do something to separate yourself, to be differentiated from them in some at least very small way. When we got to the heart of what he felt made him different, when I evaluated his website, nothing even pointed to this point of differentiation. Huge problem. So even though his logo is strong and his name was strong, the website was not in line with the brand. It was completely off-brand, in line with the competitors, which is off-brand. So we made recommendations to overhaul the entire website. So the point is, sometimes you don't need a full branding project. Sometimes you need to get a new logo, or get a new name, or get a new website. Sometimes you need to change the language so that it sounds different, that you have a unique voice in your industry. So the next time somebody asks about your brand, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, don't show them your logo, don't point them to your website. Unless these things are all working together in symphony, you don't really have a strong brand. You've got fragments of a brand, of some of which are working against you and some are working for you. Bring all the elements of brand together into cohesion, and then you've got yourself a strong brand.